Hello and welcome to the Patreon exclusive edition of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm the hardest working man in comics, Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan Seymour, king of Comic Town.
Yes, salute to you, sir. We are going hi-fi on this one, of sorts.
Yeah, because books didn't get to UPS in time.
However, what we got, and it's always on time, Millar World Productions, Image Comics, American Jesus, Messiah, #3, Mark Millar, Peter Gross. Far from it. God, he's good.
Yeah. It sucks because there's going to be such a gap now. Like, This is the end of book 2.
Right.
We don't know where book 3 is going to be.
I have no idea.
We'll get to that.
I have no idea.
Dang it.
We didn't even know this one was actually coming. That's what makes it so crazy. Because remember, this was the secret special holiday thing.
Yeah.
We had no idea. So is there a chance?
Yeah, I had hope. But I was like, there's no way they're going to do the follow-up to Chosen for Christmas.
And yet.
They did.
And yet. Okay, so here's hoping that Mark's a liar. And the next book that we get does not come out in 2021. But in fact, maybe drop sometime this year. Christmas does come around this year first. That's all I'm saying. I'm not suggesting. I'm begging. I'm begging you. Don't make us wait for this.
Like straight up Misery style.
Please don't. I will knock your ankles, and I mean that lovingly. But I will do it. Okay, so you're looking at your laptop.
Yes.
I'm looking at my phone. I hope my phone doesn't die. But okay, so oh my God, 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is why I think like maybe it actually did happen. She didn't lie.
Yeah.
But so they're praying. Ezekiel's praying specifically at this altar, and there's people gathered around, and Catalina's mother shows up and is like, "Hey, I know where Catalina is. I know what's up."
And people are like looking at her, like, how would you know?
Right.
There was that phone call.
Right? Which we know of. We know of the phone call. I don't know if everyone else quite knows that that's what that was, because she was like, Catalina was on a payphone. Yeah. Yes, she kind of called in, but if her mom was like, "Hey, don't tell anybody," maybe that hasn't spread. I don't know.
Yeah, well, think if it had spread.
Right.
The reactions that people would have would be like, "I'm glad she hung up because she could have been tracked all the way to why didn't you find out?
Right.
This is the second coming of our God, and you hung up on her."
Do you also have the question of, by Catalina running away, has God forsaken us?
Right.
Is that a statement? I mean, considering their level of faith, I think that's a fair question.
Yeah.
Lots of things. Yeah. All right, so she's like, "No, the angel Gabriel came to see me, just like he did before to tell me that I was pregnant. He came to see me." We don't see that, though.
Which I think is interesting.
I do think that's interesting.
So we have to take that on faith.
Of course, which, apropos.
Yeah.
So it was... She's like, "Look, I slept for an hour this afternoon, exhausted from all the crying, and he spoke to me in a dream. He showed me where she's living right now and drew me a map of how to get there." Super convenient.
Yeah.
Super convenient. Also super convenient. He said I had to go alone or it wasn't going to work. To trust in God's plan and never forget the bigger picture. When you are like asking for people that are devout in their faith to have such faith, you gotta, like, do you ever have to consider the notion that this could be ever considered a manipulation? You know, much in the same way that she chastised Catalina in the last issue of getting music and cigarettes, because when Catalina says she wants something, they have to get it for her. Is this ever a question of...
Because they refer to her as a queen.
Right. So, I mean, she is mother of the new living God. Yeah. Like, you get to do what you want. Okay, so...
Because it is, like, she's telling him, like, I have to go by myself.
Right.
Everything else is going to be a sacrifice.
Everything.
Like, well,
right. Why do I have to go? And, okay, I'm not going to lie, as he now gets introduced, the thing that made me question it at first when I first read this was, where is Eddie? How is Eddie not a part of this equation? Why do you have to go alone? Eddie has been the backbone of so much that he did not have to be the backbone of.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have to be a part of this at all.
Yeah.
Why now is he left behind? We see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was,
Okay. So Eddie asked the greatest question, and I think it's so honest.
What if she doesn't want to come back?
She has not believed yet.
Yeah.
Eddie has faith. Luciana has faith. Ezekiel has faith. Everyone else has faith. But Carolina has not really had any.
Yeah. Well, she's had no reason to believe.
Right.
And we get into her childhood a little bit more. And yeah, like there's Eddie is asking a really important question.
Right.
Because there's no, unless some miracle happens,
she's not gonna
there's-
follow you.
Yeah. And
She might be more mad that you found her.
yeah.
Especially if in fact it was the angel Gabriel that told.
Yeah.
She might be more upset. Oh, you're having people follow me and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
She just wants to be on her own.
Yeah.
But of course, Catalina's like, look, Gabriel said this is when she realizes who she truly is.
Yeah.
I've got to do this because this is the thing. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Which is one of those things where, okay, again, spiritually speaking, do you get mad at Gabriel and we're like, how come you didn't tell me this all these years ago? We've been telling her like, oh, it'll happen, it'll happen, it'll happen. If you guys know, why didn't you just tell us
Yeah.
so that we could tell her like, look, we know there's a certain point, certain things have to happen, then you'll know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah. Was the assumption that it was just going to be like Jesus just knew right out the gates?
Exactly. Yeah, oh my God. I love how this comes out. That her heart will shine like 1,000 suns and no force on earth will be able to stop her once she finally understands her place in all of this. Remember that. We are like, what, page 3?
Yes, page 3.
Literally page 3 is one of the best foreshadows ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And of course, Eddie loves her, man.
He does.
Like it is more than an agape love. It is true, genuine romance, and he has loved her for 18 freaking years, without question. It's beautiful.
This is like some Princess Bride level,
Yes,
pure love type.
Yes, 100%. So she's walking out, getting ready to leave. I have known the face of true evil, and it is Allardyce.
I keep coming back to it.
You do,
Anybody who wears a vest and a bolo tie and is in New York City
can't be trusted.
Can't be trusted.
Can't be trusted at all.
That is the uniform of evil.
Yeah.
And I read that on multiple websites.
I'm with that. So he's in this U-Haul truck filled with like surveillance material, and they're watching, and they're like, yo, we got him, right? That call that was made, we've tracked them. Like they've been there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Waiting, plotting, setting all this up. Like the notion of Luciana leaving is part of the plan because they know when Luciana, where she goes, she's going to lead them to Carolina.
Yeah.
Like, they know that.
It's just a matter of time.
All we got to do is wait. So messed up. Again, don't move until we have all the information we need, but they're basically ready to storm this compound.
Yeah.
Again, this compound in Waco, Texas.
Which was so...
I mean, that's all.
Yeah, and I was of an age watching what happened in Waco.
Right.
Like after school, got home.
See what's going on.
Yeah. So, yeah. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay. Okay. Now, this is the page that I'm most nervous about. Wait, do you have more that you want to talk about on that page?
Well, one of the things I find interesting is, so we've got the global cabal on one side that's trying to help bring the Christ child around.
Right.
And they all operate off of, from what I can tell, just pure faith. And then we have the exact same thing on the other side. And my assumption is it's on blind faith. But is it? Like, I'm really curious because they never super go into that. And in Chosen,
that's a good point.
There are miracles that are manifested.
That is true. But they always have this understanding of who is in control of those miracles.
Yeah.
And Jody manifested earlier than Carolina does. Yeah. So is that part of it?
Maybe.
Like,
I don't know. That's something that could be really fleshed out in a television series.
Very much so. Very much so. We're looking forward to that. Yeah. 2021, 2022, whenever, you guys, we're ready. Okay. So,
my freshman year of college summed up in one page.
In one panel. That's such a beautiful statement.
It is.
So this splash page is super important. It is Carolina laying very nakedly with the guy that picked her up.
Dylon,
Thank you.
one of the 3 greatest rappers of all time.
5. One of 5.
Five.
Yeah.
Dylon.
Dylon. I'm sure it's Dylan, but it's Dylon for the rest of this episode. I'm so proud of you for that. They are laying together in fornicated bliss. And it's important to recognize what this time period could be. There's always this thing in the Bible that we don't know what happened with Jesus from age 18 to 30. There's like 12 years that are not talked about. And
what did he do?
What nobody knows.
Did he experience the world in its fullness?
Right?
Did he live deliciously? What all?
Listen, that party, like water and the wine thing, like, could come in handy. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Let me show you something. But what this is she is fully living as a real, regular person. Yeah. She does not believe in this higher power, ideal. She is just a regular young lady, wants and desires, great taste. She eats pizza, pepperoni pizza, and reads awesome books. Yeah.
Utopian.
Yeah.
Just right there.
Lady Liberty, right next to it. So clearly the comic books of Miller world exist in this world, which makes it awesome. I wonder if they have the Netflix features yet.
I don't know.
They better not. I'll be really upset if they have that before we do. But they are together.
Yeah.
They've been drinking. They've been smoking.
Yeah.
They are experiencing this world.
Yeah.
In every level. And they are happy.
Yeah. And the weird thing is I look at it, and it's two potential different things. Like one is experiencing life,
right,
and enjoying life in all of its ways,
right.
Or if you look at it from the perspective of the group that she grew up in,
it's
the exact opposite.
Literally, this is total damnation.
Yeah, it's temptation, damnation.
Yeah,
all right there,
all of it. So she asked, "Do you believe in God?" That's heavy pillow talk,
Yeah.
But it's where she is, I guess. And he's like, "Well, what do you mean?" And she's like, "Are you religious at all? Did you grow up with the faith?" And this is the part where I really started to get nervous about who he was, even though he kind of looks like old Jesus. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He's like, "Not really my thing. I went to church, or my aunt went to church, but I never felt like she really got the message, and it just didn't quite click for me. Like it wasn't a thing."
Yeah, because it's either baby Jesus,
right,
or Jesus on a cross,
right,
and all of the things in between that Jesus taught and Jesus lived and Jesus did got ignored.
Like, glossed, totally glossed. What we were just talking about. To which he then comes back and is like, "What about you?" How do you break the ice by explaining that you were basically raised in a uber religious cult that believed that you were the second coming of Christ?
That's what she did.
I mean, she did, and she handled it like with total aplomb.
Yeah,
she just said it like,
which is something that based on my history and knowledge, something that a lot of people that grow up in a cult have difficulty with as they're first leaving it.
Right,
and just her self-awareness, and it's just amazing because there are these man-made rules. You're not allowed to watch Walt Disney because Walt Disney is the devil. Right. That stuff like that. And she has no preparation for anything outside of that compound. At all. I love this line. "I think religion is just a means of controlling people." It is one of the greatest criticisms of religion that is absent of any sort of judgment about faith. Yeah. It's when you start to create those rules that faith loses its value, because then it's not about faith. It's really about this structure. Yeah. And that's a brilliant insight right there. Yeah. I thought that was really good. I love that Dylan's like, "But sure," Dylon, sorry, let me not do that wrong. He's like, "But surely you truly believe there's more to life than this?" No. According to her, in her upbringing, heck no. Like, this is their best life. Yeah. This is more freedom than she's ever had, which is ironic because she had everything given to her. Yeah. Hilarity. Absolute hilarity. So this is why Dylon is so dope, because I like this question here. "Isn't total atheism as narrow-minded as Christian fundamentalism?"
when you realize that on almost every scale of opposed positions, they actually operate on a circle, because just a few ticks over, you're on the other side. Like almost everything from the color wheel to, I mean, emotions in the Green Lantern spectrum, which is still a color wheel, but still it's a circle.
Very close.
Just trust. But yeah, she tells him about it. I love how he vowed to make her new life the greatest thing possible.
Like, they've only been together 2 weeks.
Right.
And I'm already kind of like, either this is a true love, or he's working for Alderdice.
That's been my fear the whole time of reading this. I'm like,
what if you don't have to kill her?
Right.
You just corrupt her.
Oh, that's just as dangerous. Just as dangerous.
And then we get into some Golden Child stuff.
Man, she's driving a little recklessly.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, again, these are all first-time experiences for her, right?
The world is, she's had none of this.
None.
No exposure to it whatsoever.
Right? So this line in particular, I felt was especially Mark. Somebody's like, Jesus, Kat, how many cigarettes do you smoke a day? And she's like, I have no idea. I only started last week. Mark has this great way of writing stuff where, in context, it creates a scale. You know, it's something where you're just like, oh, that's just silly, but it creates such a scale that you totally understand why he's saying it. It's to shock you. It's always to bring you into that place, and it's kind of amazing. Making up for the lost time with the booze. Now, too, they told me that even a sip of this stuff could interfere with my powers. Can you believe that?
Which is weird, because Jesus turned water into wine.
But did he drink it? Right?
Yeah.
This is my body. This is my blood. This is for you. Did he ever drink it?
I don't know.
I don't either.
That's an interesting question.
Right? Because then he's like, did you drink? Oh, you drank it. I'm in you.
But then also, you're talking about the living incarnation of the Supreme Being.
Right?
And a sip of beer is going to prevent them from
actualizing? Like, beer is that powerful?
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know.
Does beer kill the God in you? These are very radical questions, but at the same time, anyone that is an addict, an alcoholic, they would say yes.
I know my confidence in physical combat skills are heightened by tequila.
Exactly.
But I've come in second place a lot, so that's pretty decent. It's pretty decent.
I love you so much for that. But okay, so yet again, she is not self-effacing, but kind of like still stuck in this place of, I am not actually special.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. And as she explains it and finds comfort in that, it makes what I feel is coming that much more potent.
Yeah.
Like, way more potent. So Dylon's friends never get tired of asking about the cult. And they're at dinner at this diner. I do believe it's the Pulp Fiction diner. If you ask me, that's exactly what it is.
It might be.
It's right. So here we go. I love this. Everybody knows, or wait, you must have seen Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Everybody, like, come on, right?
Everybody's it.
They're like, no, that's a direct route to Satan. Like, that's like basically
That's common knowledge,
right. Which now I'm like, I want to know what satanic symbolism could be listed in there. Like, are there 7 dwarfs?
7 deadly sins.
Right? Are they aspects of that?
Snow White ate the apple, which
So
is the
that's
fruit from the Garden of Eden.
right.
Tree of Life and Tree of Knowledge.
Right. Do the names of the dwarves directly correspond with sins?
Sleepy would be
Sloth,
grumpy.
wrath,
Maybe, yeah.
right? Dopey, Doc.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but maybe. It could be there. It could be there. So let's see. Now this one, okay. That part I did think was great.
Yeah.
It says that even the letters in Walt Disney's names were hiding the Antichrist's 3 little sixes. I've always thought that. Like, when was the last time you guys looked at Walt Disney's signature? Like, it does Like there's some,
Yeah.
like the D.
It makes you wonder.
It's
Like for Disney was so controlling about perception. You,
kind of in there.
Maybe.
It's kind of in there. So let's see. RoboCop. Nope.
Yeah.
Terminator, also filled with Illuminati symbolism.
Yeah. Obviously.
No fate but what we make for ourselves. You must have seen E.T. or Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that one is.
Which has got to be unbelievably fascinating for them because
Yes.
everything that's pop culture that is a part of everybody else's life.
She's like, nope, I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing. But at the same time, she's lived a life that none of them can imagine.
Yeah.
Like I was doted on as a literal deity.
Yeah.
You have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Like,
why I want none of this.
right. So, let's see. This is the part that I love. Hot damn, imagine getting to watch this shit for the first time. I wish I'd been raised in this crazy cult. That is a weird thing to say, but 100% true.
Yeah.
Something that we have experienced over time, the notion of being able to experience it for the first time again. Like imagine watching Endgame for the first time all over again in theaters.
Because you've seen it multiple times. You're not going to have that same magical moment of
Right.
assemble.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Mjolnir flies out and whoa! Like you will never get that again.
Yeah.
What an honest statement.
Yeah.
So why I keep saying Carolina? Why have you not corrected me? It's Catalina. Jeez.
Yeah, Dylon,
I know.
Catalina.
So Luciana shows up at this diner. How she knew she was at the diner? Again.
Right. Did Gabriel
Literally was like, at this time, go to this place. That's where she'll be.
Yeah.
Because this is brand new people. Like she doesn't even know these people.
Yeah.
So she's like, look, tell your friends you have to go. My car's outside and you're going to die if you stay here any longer. That's not ominous.
Right.
It's not even an introduction of, hey, hi, I'm her mom. Please, come with me if you want to live. No. She's just like, get out now.
And now think of her friends.
Right?
Where there's no way everything that she's saying is true.
Of course, there's got to be some level of doubt. Like, you're just telling stories. And then randomly this lady shows up, all Sarah Connor style.
Yeah.
Hardcore ponytail. Exactly. And so Dylon recognizes that as Catalina gets up, like, oh my God. He's like, wait, what is this your mom? Like,
yeah.
Like, I've heard stories, but like, is that really who this is? Like, are you serious?
And he handles it well. Like, really, really, really well. Ma'am, he stands up, and,
right?
And not in an aggressive manner at all. So, like, Peter,
I think he's literally offering his hand.
Yeah. Peter drew this perfectly. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get in the middle of a family dispute, but... And that's when the gun comes out.
Luciana's not playing. She's like, sit down or I will shoot you, boy. I ain't got no time for these games. None. Says, just tell me that your powers have kicked in. Tell me now that you finally believe, because that would solve everything and we wouldn't have to be scared anymore. Like, she is so believing of everything that she's been told. Okay, this is the moment. Tell me it's already happened. Tell me you get it now, because then I'll be cool. Like I can probably leave if you tell me that you believe, because I know we'll be protected. Like nothing will happen to us.
That's so crazy.
She's like, no, like this is everything I ran away from.
Yeah.
Like this is everything I don't want. Please, like, leave me alone. Let me stay here. I'm just trying to have a normal life. Don't try to make me crazy like you did Dad.
Yeah.
Please.
That level of resentment that she is like, you jacked up Dad.
Right. You made him believe this stuff.
Yeah.
Like he didn't believe this. This was you. So her mother's like, you haven't escaped anything. That's why we need to go. They'll find us both. If we don't get inside that car, like we have to go right now. The world isn't how you've been told it is.
But to believe what her mom is saying,
right,
is every conspiracy theory that you've ever
100%. Yeah. And that's why she's like, the world is not what you've been told. Yeah. Like, Mom, you're the one who does not know. You're the one who has lived in this bubble since you were 14 and know nothing of what actually is.
Yeah.
Like, and you've raised me to also believe this thing that I don't believe.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, this is crazy. So she knows on Channel 66 that there's coverage of something horrible happening.
Yeah.
And she tells the waitress at the diner, the owner of the diner, to change the channel. And
it's the compound. It's on fire.
Yeah.
It was tear gassed at midnight last night. They set the place on fire and shot everyone who ran outside.
The immediate photos
Yeah.
are the people that she grew up with. Is that her dad in the first one? I was struggling with that one.
I think it is, but the mustache
Is a little off.
it's very Gabriel.
Yeah, so I think like that might be some of the other people that lived at the compound, but like she's now confronted with how deadly this is. This is not a joke. This is not a game. The people that she ran away from have all been murdered.
Yeah.
Like, without question. Like, this isn't something they did to themselves.
But the chances
They've
of it
been
being
murdered.
a coincidence. Astronomical.
Right. So she's like, they murdered your father, and now they want us, Catalina. They're saying we're terrorists and have to be arrested. And Dylan is like, she's right. There's pictures of you guys too, which has got to be part of it because she hasn't been there for 2 weeks.
Right.
Why are there pictures of her? She has not been there for half a month. At some point, you got to start to be like, you know, maybe.
At a minimum, there are people out to kill you. At a minimum. Like, it might not necessarily be there's anything supernatural.
Right.
But there are people that want to burn you alive.
Absolutely. And her mom is just like, please, like we don't have time to waste. Like, you got to come with me. And in this moment, she is having her crisis.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I really don't know what to do.
Yeah. Like, clearly, people killed my family.
Right.
But I don't want to. Like, what do I do?
I don't believe in this crazy. So, right.
And Dylan's heard Joseph because he's just like, here's my car.
Yeah.
That'll get you
going.
there as fast as possible.
Right. Like, do whatever you got to do. And she's like, you know, you believe in all this? He's like, from the second I met you, there's something. I don't even know what, but I believe it. Oh my God, so good.
Because the cops are going to get there. They got to bust ass. Like someone had a gun out telling people to turn the channel.
Clearly, that's going to be a thing. They're driving, speeding on the freeway. Her mom is driving, which is even funnier because like how often does her mom get to drive?
Yeah.
This is, they gave me these details in the very same dream, and we just have to hope that these people are really there. They are en route to a place that she's not even sure.
Yeah.
But her faith is literally what is driving her. But, and this is the part where I think is so crazy. So she's running down the details, but she's starting to get like a twinge, a headache, a feeling that's distracting. Like she almost goes off the road. My thing is, I feel like this was a warning for her.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. Like she's still being guided by something biblical.
Yeah.
Because what they play it off as is she's just been up for a while.
Yeah.
But she runs into like a traffic stop.
Yeah.
And they're literally searching car to
Every
car.
car.
That's not a great sign at all. I mean, you talk about, there's only so many coincidences.
Yeah.
Only so many. They ditch the car and try to make a run on foot. And who is there?
Alderdice.
Oh!
The only person in a Miller World comic worse than El DeBarge
Facts.
is
Facts.
Alderdice.
An alien El DeBarge at that. He's got a hit squad there, helicopters, the whole nine. And he's like, oh, Mrs. Jones, so lovely to run into you. Oh, this must be Catalina. Thank you. It's so great to finally meet you after all this time.
Yeah. Oh,
you can just feel him digging in.
It's so evil. So he's enjoying it. He is enjoying it.
100%.
And it's not monologuing in your tip. It's monologuing like Ozymandias did in Watchmen.
Because I already did it.
Yeah.
I already did it. Here's the thing that makes him like a super, super jerk. He breaks it down and says, over the last 20 years, I've had 2 jobs. Number one, helping to raise your counterpart. Number two, 86 in you. I've done the first one.
Yeah.
Like, they already referenced that they know who the first one is.
Yeah.
Like, they know about Jody Christensen. I still think that's so messed up.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'll just let that ride. And he's like, I have to admit, I felt like a lost cause until your little 40 days in the wilderness. Just needling. Needling. So I hope you realize this is all your fault. If you hadn't made your slip of the tongue, all your crazy friends would be alive.
Yeah. That's the thing. She had not made that phone call.
They would all be alive because they didn't know where they were. They couldn't get in there. They couldn't, figure out what happened to them. Any of that.
I love the specificity.
Oh.
Like when Catalina asks, "Is my dad really dead?" and Alderdice responds with the question, "Your earthly
dad?"
father?" So he's fully aware of everything that's going on.
He believes.
Yeah.
He 100% believes. He's just on the other side. Oh my God. They're still like picking.
Yeah.
Just rubbing salt on an open wound. What was the name of the old guy who was supposed to be protecting everyone? Ezekiel McQuaid. Well, before we blew the old guy away, your dear daddy stepped right in front and laid down his life for him. Like we only had one bullet.
Oh. Yeah.
That's so mean.
Yeah.
For no reason. Like, why would you say that? I mean, what is it with you Christians and your pointless sacrifice? You're just rude.
Yeah.
You're just rude.
Well, from his point of view, he's one trigger pull away from
ultimate
it's over.
Completion. Yeah. Game over. Game, set, match. We win. Do not pass go.
Yeah.
Not collect $200. And I think it's kind of crazy because it's like we're not going to play this game of, oh, we're going to lock you away and see what. No, we're literally going to kill you.
Yeah.
Right now. Like, it's not we're going to take you away somewhere and we're going to do it away from it. No.
Yeah.
We're about to win this game right now.
By the side of the road.
Clearly. He gives the line, "Gentlemen, they're all yours."
Mother and daughter embrace. They're crying. They're saying, "Don't." It's sad. And then we have the page turn.
And God shows up.
That's...
A lightning strike hits, mere feet from Allardyce.
Yeah.
Singeing his hit squad into oblivion.
Yeah.
Literally cremating them on the spot. And all he can say is, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
I
do hear a text.
Oh, yeah. He goes total king of the hill on it. And Luciana is like, "Catalina, what did you do?" And she's like, "Nothing, I swear. I didn't do this."
There is no way she cannot believe anymore. Like, in that moment, she has no choice. Oh.
So Allardyce is like calling in reinforcements, heavy artillery, the helicopters, let's go.
Helicopter, yeah.
All of a sudden, multiple lightning strikes fell his entire army.
Yeah.
She goes, "But that was me. I did that." As Morpheus so famously said, she is beginning to believe.
What do you do now? You're Alderdice. Your moment...
Poop your pants!
Right. You're now dealing with the living incarnation of the God that you've been struggling against.
And she's upset with you.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even just like, oh, okay, that's who you are.
Yeah.
She is now very mad at you.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
You've already killed her earthly father.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting ready to assassinate her and her mom. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Okay. She tells her mother, "You might want to get in the car because you might not want to see
This is
what's about to happen."
Happy fun time at the park.
Yeah. No. Just get in the passenger seat. Close your eyes. I'll do the driving from here, and you can. This is my God, Mark. High five, brother. High five. Allardyce pulls out his own gun. Right, he's got his gun in his hand, and he starts to turn it towards himself.
Oh, don't make me do this. You're supposed to be the good one. At least give me a chance to repent.
That's how his level of faith is.
Yeah.
He knows the rules.
Yeah.
If he repents, it's all good.
Oh my gosh.
What I love is that it's enough of a hold where her mother's like, we'll never get through. There's hundreds of them. She's like, not for long.
And they're all pointing guns at themselves.
Every single last soldier.
Oh my gosh.
She makes them pull the trigger. All of them gone. We're going to San Diego and there's nothing going to stop us. Nothing at all. Everything that was in their way has been laid to waste.
Yeah. And as they're driving, there was like lightning bolts coming down.
Hardcore.
Like this is Old Testament God.
Right. Like vengeful. Vengeance is mine. So they make it to the ship, and her mom's like, "How are you feeling now?" She's like, "I'm exhausted. I can't stop thinking about poor Dad. If this had all been one day earlier, I could have saved him. I could have stopped these people even getting in the compound." And her mother's like, "No, you couldn't. Don't you understand? Like, our friends had to die.
You needed to see it
for you to realize what this was.
That had to happen.
Like, this is the way." This is the way.
Yeah.
Your dad would be so proud of you. This is everything he's ever wanted was for you to believe. And we'll see him again. Oh, man.
Yeah.
She's now fully open to her abilities.
Yeah.
She knows what heaven looks like.
Yeah. I've got these memories humans shouldn't have. Like someone switched a light on and I can see the endless breadth of the world. I know who to like. That's the thing is now she has omniscience.
Right.
Like
she knows everything.
Yeah.
All the doubt that she ever had gone.
Yeah.
Because she just knows.
Yeah.
And I almost wonder, like, in her omniscience, does she know that she had to have doubted in order to fully embrace what she now feels?
Is she equipped with the emotional tools that Jesus had?
Right. Right.
Because Jesus did have his meltdown.
Right.
Money lenders.
Yep.
He did bring Lazarus back. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
There's so much more story that can be told. And
so she's like, I know how this is going to end. Like, this is literally from the Matrix. I know that. I'm not here to tell you how this is going to end. No, she's like, I'm telling you, this is how it's going to end. This is real. So her mom very sweetly says, teach them that love always wins in the end.
The first person use. I taught them that lesson 2,000 years ago. Now it's time to see if they were listening.
That's a threat.
That's an angry God.
That is a very angry God. That is a jealous God. That is a vengeful God. That is a better don't God.
Yeah.
And
end
of volume 2.
And there's only 3 issues left, in theory. God.
If he does it the same way, how do you do all of Armageddon in 3 issues?
Browns win the Super Bowl.
If that dude don't, it's messed up. It's messed up. Excuse me. This series is monumental.
Yeah.
It is not your typical comic book.
It's as political as Jupiter's Circle is.
Right.
As socially conscious as MPH is.
Yep.
This is the spiritual. This is like the spiritual brother or sister to those two, because it makes you ask so many questions, and there's so much room to mine that there's no way 3 more issues would be able to take care of it.
I can't see how. I don't, and it's not like I'm doubting.
Yeah.
It's just that there's so much that you get to play with.
Yeah.
Why limit to only?
Yeah.
But considering that the end of Jupiter's Legacy is like 10 issues.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not going to limit it to 3. This is
that's
just
why it's 2020.
Right.
Whenever.
So maybe we're going to get a whole bit. Oh my God. Can you imagine if instead of individual issues, they just come out with a trade and that's the end?
Done? I mean,
yeah. So many different ways. So many different ways. Thank you guys for being our Patreon members. We thoroughly appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this digital rundown of American Jesus Messiah issue 3. Wow.
Super good.
So good. I'll be on church. I'll be at church on Sunday. That's how good it was.
Preaching from the...
I might. Allardyce! Like, that's just, like, I'm just letting you know. Boom. Boom, baby. But that was me. Oh. metal. Are you allowed to do that when you're talking about Jesus?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Jesus was a Striper fan.
I believe this.